welcome to the SDC National Community T20 competition. This is the parish playoffs for St. Elizabeth, third place playoff between Quickstep and Watchwell Greenfield. Watchwell. Batting is Greenfield Watchwell. Brad Holness and Fitzroy Elliston at the crease. Actually, Quickstep is batting. Holness took 10 off the first two balls, and then two dot balls as Keith Williams will now take up the duties to bowl. Fitzroy Elliston will be the batsman on strike. First ball is chipped into the onside and no run there. Holness turning down the opportunity for a quick single. Is heavier set, so not able to move as quickly as his partner Fitzroy, but much power does Holness have. Here's the bowler coming in now to bowl to Fitzroy, and he's driven that one to the long off fielder, and they get one, and Holness is now on strike. So Fitzroy Elliston is now off the strike and off the mark. Brian Holness on strike. 10 off the first two balls, followed by 4 dot balls. As the bowler comes in now to Holness and bowls, and Holness is just chopping that short delivery down to short fine leg and comes through for a single. The score now moves on to 12 without loss. So after facing 7 delivery, Brian Holness, he's on 11. He's scored 1 half century so far for the season, and he's looking for his second. As bowler comes in now to Fitzroy Elliston, and Elliston is beaten on the outside. So again, batting, it's Quickstep. So Quickstep is batting. Keith Williams, the bowler for Greenfield Watchwell, as Keith comes in now and bowls to Fitzroy and is dabbing that short delivery down into the pitch, and there's no run. Score remains at 12 without loss. So after 10 runs came off the first 2 deliveries, the Greenfield team has responded with tight bowling as bowler comes in now and bowls to the batsman, and he's dabbing that one down. No runs there for Fitzroy Elliston. That's the end of the over. So after 2 overs, the score 12 without loss. And after a blazing start by Brian Holness, the Quickstep team has been pegged back a little bit by the Greenfield Watchwell team. Again, this is a playoff for the 3rd place finish. $35,000 will be awarded to the 3rd place finisher as Richie comes back now to bowl to Holness. His first 2 deliveries to Brian Holness went for 10, and then 4 dot balls as he comes now to bowl to Holness again, who is slapping that one back to the bowler, who uses his feet to stop that one, and it's no run. So 5 deliveries now, no run, as Holness is going after that one as well, and he's beaten. Richie has done a wonderful job of coming back after being bashed around the park for this first two deliveries. Comes to Holness again, and Holness is trying to flash that one to the boundary, but misses out on the outside half of the bat. And that's another dot delivery recorded as he comes in again, and Holness is just punching that one to the fielder there, and there's no run. As Richie comes back, no, and bowls to Holness, who's trying to drive that one, and it splices off the outside edge, and they should come back for two. No, only one. So the score now 13 without loss. So 13 without loss. The score now, Holness being bogged down by Richie as Elliston comes back into strike now. Fitzroy Elliston on strike as Richie comes in now, bowling to him on a good length there, and he can't do much with that. Romain Richie, one off that over. So 13 without loss after three. So after the first two deliveries went for 10 runs, 4 and then a massive 6 from Holness. The next 16 deliveries have only yielded 3 runs as the Greenfield Watchwell team pegs back the Quickstep team, who made a quick start to their innings. So Holness will be on strike again, and he'll be looking to up the scoring now. 13 without loss after 3 overs. This bowler comes in now to bowl to Holness, who's looking to swing that wide delivery to the boundary but misses out, and that's an extra. It's now 14 without loss. And
14 without loss. We're at the start of over number 4. Being bowled by Keith Williams, his first over.
Keith Williams, the bowler.
Went for only 2.
I think he's also the captain. Keith Williams, a tall, gangly figure, shuttles in now and bowls to Holness, who is dabbing that short delivery behind point, and no run. Again, Holness is not the quickest, so don't expect him to steal a single there, as Keith Williams, the bowler, turns and comes in now to bowl to Holness. He's in and he bowls to Holness, who's getting a short delivery and zips by the cap rim of Holness, and that's another dot delivery. 14 without loss now. Brian Holness being bogged down, hasn't been given much room to swing those big arms and hit the ball out the park as Williams comes in, and Holness is trying to smash that one to the long off boundary, but only managing to get breeze on that. And there's a lot of breeze here at the Manly Park cricket ground. It's blowing towards the onside, so Holness might want to target that here as Williams comes in and bowls to Holness, who's just pushing that one to the onside, and Holness barely makes it to the other end. Didn't want to take that signal, Holness. 15 without loss, as the score for Quickstep has certainly slowed. And they're struggling in the 4th over here to get momentum going, as Williams comes in now to bowl, and that's down the leg side. That's a wide. 16 without loss now.
So wide to start the over, another wide here. 3 runs off so far.
Again, the batsman on strike, Fitzroy Elliston. At the non-striker's end is Brian Holness. As comes in now, the bowler to bowl to Elliston, and that's down the leg side again, and that's another wide. It's now 17 without loss.
Won the toss and decided to hammer back in beautiful conditions here at Langlehorn.
I think Quickstep may have made a mistake by choosing to bat after winning the toss. I took a look at the pitch. It's a little bit of moisture on the pitch, as another one there that's going wide for Keith Williams, and the keeper also misses that one, and that's an SDC 4. So an SDC 4, that's going to be 5 runs there, and that's going to push the score on and now to 22 without loss. So 22 without loss now in the 4th over. So bowler comes in now to bowl to Elliston, and Elliston is punching that one out into cover, and no run, as Williams has one delivery to come in this over, the 4th over. 22 without loss is Quickstep. 8 extras so far, as Williams comes into Elliston, who's swiping on the outside the off stump, and that's another wide, extra number 9, and it's 23 without loss now. And this has been an indisciplined over from Keith Williams. I think this is his 10th delivery now, 4 wides from Williams, as he comes in now to bowl to Elliston. He's up to the wicket now and bowls to Elliston, and down the leg side again, another wide, and into the boundary once more, and that's an SDC 4. So 28 now without loss, and the captain, Keith Williams, has had a torrid over, 5 wides, including 2 that have gone to the boundary. So that's 15 off the over so far. And this is the 11th ball of the over. I hear the announcer saying 12, but I think it's 11th. And this again, down the leg side and again into the boundary. So that's another SDC 4. I think the batsman got something on that as the umpire signals runs, and it's 32 without loss after 4 overs. Expensive over there from the captain, Keith Williams. 19 runs coming from that over from him, and that has gotten the Quickstep team back in the money. So in case you're wondering, what am I watching? This is the playoffs, 3rd place playoff between Quickstep and Greenfield Watchwell for 3rd in the St. Elizabeth SDC National Community T20 Competition 2024. The finals comes up later as the wind inside the Manly Park Oval starts to pick up. It was already very windy, and it's become even more windy now, as we're struggling to keep hold of the equipment and our papers. So we're waiting on the bowler, Marvin Layton, the man into the attack. And he's going to be bowling to Holness. Short, and Holness is leaning back and slapping that one to mid-off. And no run. Lots of power there from Holness, but no direction, not managing to beat the fielder at long off, and he's back again. That's Holness and just short of the bowler as Linton managed to get down to that one and stop it. So 2 dot balls from the first 2 deliveries of the 5th over, and it's still 32 without loss for Quickstep. Still into the power play as Holness is swinging across the line, and bowled is Holness. So Holness 13 from 19, 32 for 1 now, Quickstep. So Holness, after a quick start to his innings, 10 off the first 2, he got bogged down. From the next 16 deliveries, he only made 3, and then the 17th delivery, trying to force the issue, he was bowled by Marvin Linton. So 3 deliveries into the 5th over. That's Parchment walking to the crease now. And Marvin Linton has done a fantastic job so far. 3 deliveries, 3 dot balls, and 1 wicket as Linton coming into bowl to Parchment is wide, but the umpire says not a wide. It's a fair delivery. As Parchment faces up now to his 2nd delivery, and he's looking to hit that one and beats him and beats the keeper as well, and they come back for 2 byes, I think it is. 2 byes, and the score now goes to 34 for 1. Quickstep in the 5th over. 1 ball to come in that 5th over. Fantastic job done so far by Linton, picking up the wicket of Brian Holness as he comes in now for his final delivery. He's bowling to Parchment, he was respectful and just taps that down into the off side, and that's 5 overs done. 34 for 1 is Quickstep. So Fitzroy Elliston will be on strike, and there's a change in the bowling now after a disastrous over from Williams, the captain Keith Williams. 19 came off his over. There is a change in the bowling.
The score is 34-1. Brian Holness is back in the dugout. He's gone for 13 from 18 deliveries. And it's Fitzroy Ellison and Kevroy Parchment at the crease. It is Kevin Williams in the attack.
So Kevin Williams into the attack now. And first delivery is dabbed down behind point, and they sneak through for a quick run. Elliston and Parchment. And the score now 35 for 1. As Kevroy Williams is ready to bowl the next over, but Elliston just having some running repairs as Kevin Williams coming into bowl, and that delivery on a good length and pat it down by Parchment there. 35 for 1 the score as the wind continues to pick up. The Quickstep team haven't really made use of that wind though. I've been hitting into the wind as the next delivery is dabbed down and quick single taken by Parchment, and Elliston gets through easily. 36 for 1 now the score. And Fitzroy Elliston will be on strike now as bowler Kevin Williams comes in now to bowl to him, and that's down the leg side, and that's a wide. 37 for 1 the score now for Quickstep. We're in the 6th over. As Kevin Williams comes in now to bowl to Elliston, who's hitting that one in the air, and Keith Williams, the captain, overruns it, and they're going to come back for the second. The ball just hanging in the air there from Elliston. I told you about the wind just pushing that ball beyond where Keith Williams expected it to come down, and in the end he made a real meal of it. As 39 for 1 as Williams comes in now to Elliston, who is trying to guide that one past the man at cover, and there's no run. 39 for 1 after the captain Keith Williams put down a dolly. Elliston is on strike as Kevin Williams comes into bowl, and they think about a quick single there, but not enough time for that one. At the end of over number 6, we are now 39 for 1 at the end of over number 6, end of the power play, and Quickstep, they have scored 39 at the end of the power play. They haven't really gotten going except for that over from Keith Williams, the captain, that went for 19. Keith is having a torrid time of it here. A dropped catch and an awful over for the captain as Marvin Linton comes back now for his second over, and he's going to be bowling to Parchment. As we see Marvin Linton now coming in to bowl to Parchment, and Parchment, that one stops on him and he has to check the shot, and they come through for a single there to push the score to 40 for 1. So 40 for 1, and now on strike is Fitzroy Elliston. Fitzroy Elliston now on strike, with Marvin Linton coming in now to bowl to him. And Parchment Elliston, over the offside, and in doesn't go into the boundary. I thought it did. Only 2 there for the batsman. Parchment. And it's now 42 for 1 as Linton comes in again and down the leg side, and wide signal by the umpire, and they come through for another run. So that's 2 wides, pushing the score now to 44 for 1 as Linton comes in now to bowl to Parchment, and Parchment is slapping that one back over the stump and into the boundary for an SDC 4. pushes the score now on to 48 for 1 in the 7th over. 48 for 1 in the 7th over. That's Quickstep. 9 runs off the over so far as Linton comes in to bowl to Parchment, who's dabbing that one down behind point, and they come through for a single that pushes the score to 49 for 1. 10 off the over so far. And Linton, after scoring a wicket maiden, is being plundered here as they dab that one into the onside and go through for a quick single. And that's the 50 now coming up for Quickstep. 50 for 1 is Quickstep. As Marvin Linton comes in now, and that's racking him on the pad. Loud appeal, umpire says no. And that's a dot delivery. 7 overs gone. 50 for 1 is Quickstep. So 11 off that over from Quickstep. So Kevin Williams coming back for his second over. 50 for 1 after 7 overs. As Williams comes in, and that's one hit across the line there and to the deep mid-wicket boundary. And they only get one for that shot. 51 for 1. That was Fitzroy Elliston. Parchment now on strike. Kevin Williams the bowler as he comes in now. Kevin Williams, and Parchment is advancing down the pitch and slapping that one down to the long on boundary for an SDC 4, and it's now 55 for 1 as Quickstep quickens their step. Parchment the batsman, Williams the bowler, comes in now to bowl to Parchment, and he's hitting that one in the air. And the man at long on just stays on the boundary and ensures that he collects that one expertly, and they only go through for 1. 56 for 1 now the score. So 56 for 1 midway through the 8th overs. Kevin Williams comes into Parchment, who's hitting that one in the air. The fielder can't get around to that one, and it goes over the ropes for 6 for a Ray Neville 6. 62 for 1. That one just got picked up by the substantial wind at the Manly Park cricket ground and just assisted it over the boundary. It hung in the air for a long while and then went over the boundary for 6. As Kevin Williams comes in now to bowl, and hitting that again in the air is Parchment. The fielder comes around and can't get to it, and that's SDC 4. 66 for 1 now as Quickstep continues to go hard at the boundary at the Greenfield Watchwell team and hit boundaries at will. 16 so far of this over, and I think they have one more delivery to come as Kevin Williams comes in now and he's bowling to Elliston, who's taking a quick single. They come through for that one. 17 off the over. 67 for 1. 17 coming from the 8th over. And Quickstep have started to accelerate, and scoring rate now going over 8 per over. So good start here for Quickstep. So Elliston on strike in over number 9. 23 from 18 is Elliston. Parchment is on 12 from 11. And I think this is a schoolboy, Williams, who's coming in now to bowl to Elliston. He's in and short delivery down the leg side and helped around the corner for 6. And that's a rare nephew 6. 73 for 1 now the score. 1 delivery in the 9th over gone. Elliston moves on to 29 from 19. So the youngster under pressure now. Runs in now to bowl to Elliston again, short. And Elliston not able to take advantage of that one. Williams, the youngster, being brave, running in and bowling to Elliston, who's under charge. Here he is now, the youngster Williams, coming in to bowl to Elliston. He's up to the wicket now and bowls again, short and down the left side, and helped again for another 4, an SDC 4. 77 for 1 now the score. And moving on to 33 from 20 deliveries is Elliston. Fitzroy Elliston taking full advantage of the schoolboy. Taking full advantage of the bowling from the schoolboy. Was generally been short and down the leg side. Elliston has managed to hit him for, in 3 deliveries, a 6 and a 4. 10 off his over so far. As the schoolboy Williams comes in again to bowl to Williams. Again, short, and he's hitting it right over a commentary point and into the car park. If your car is parked there, you may want to check if your windscreen is still intact. As Elliston now moves to 39 from 21, and the score pushes on now to 83 for 1. In the 9th over, 4 deliveries gone in the 9th over, 83 for 1 is Quickstep. Scoring rate now pushes over 9 per over, and Quickstep looking to get that scoring rate over 10 per over. 16 of 4 deliveries so far. Elliston has plundered. 2 6s and a 4. 1 dot delivery from Williams, the schoolboy. The last 6 from Elliston, huge, went right over our commentary position and into the car park. For a second, I was looking to take a catch in the commentary booth, but went over my head, went over everybody's head, and into the car park for 6. Here's Williams again to bowl to Elliston, who's on the charge. And misses his run up, Williams. He's under immense pressure now. 16 from 4 deliveries. 2 deliveries to come. And Elliston is looking to go to his half century. Williams comes into Elliston again, short, but this time cramping him for room. And he can only guide that one to the fine leg region for 1. Moves on to 40 now from 22, Elliston. And the score 84 for 1. So we have Williams now coming in for his final delivery. This time to Parchment. Short again, and Parchment is slapping that one. And Keith Williams, the captain, misses out on that one, or misses the ball, and it rockets into the boundary. And it goes now to 88 for 1 after the end of the 9th over. And by my count, 21 runs from that over. And Parchment has moved to 16 from 12. So Parchment is on 16 from 12. Elliston is on 40 from 22 deliveries faced. And he's going to be on strike now. I think the captain, well, it's not going to be the captain to bowl. Let's see who's going to be bowling. Is it going to be Ellington? No, it's not.
Well, it's good to see the youngsters. They're really getting an opportunity to bowl, not just to be giving them the exposure.
So it's going to be the second schoolboy in the lineup. You have to have 2 schoolboys in your lineup. So Orlando McLean will be bowling over number 10 to Elliston. So McLean into the attack. Elliston on 40 from 22 deliveries. So 2 mighty blows from Elliston of the schoolboy McLean will take him to his half century. So McLean comes in and is full, and Elliston can do not much more than dub it into the cover region and scamper through for a single to take the score to 89 for 1. So the score 89 for 1, and Parchment is going to be on strike. He's 16 off 12. Here is McLean coming in now to bowl to Parchment, and full again, hit on the pad, and he's gone! And he's gone! The youngster has gotten the breakthrough. Parchment is gone. 89 for 2 is Quickstep. So after a couple of full deliveries, the youngster has gotten a reward for being brave. That one pitching just on or about on off stump and turning back into Parchment and hitting him in front. He goes 16 from 13 deliveries. Parchment, he's gone, and Quickstep lose their second wicket. So the new batsman walks out now. So McLean comes in now, and he bowls and swiping outside the off stump and missing. Is the batsman. 89 for 2 is the score. It's McLean who has done well. First 3 delivery comes in again, and this one going down the leg side, hitting the batsman on the pads, and they take no run. So McLean doing a fantastic job here for Greenfield. Watchwell. 1 run from his first 4 deliveries as McLean comes in now. And a wicket, can't forget the wicket of Parchment. McLean comes in now and bowls. That's hitting the batsman on the pad again. And there's a huge appeal and he's gone. So double wicket over here for McLean. 89 for 3. 2 wickets in the over for McLean. Only 1 run. 5 deliveries. 1 run, 2 wickets. The schoolboy McLean. 1 to watch. Looks like 1 for the future. He's flighting those deliveries and getting them to turn on what is a flat pitch in my estimation. It's a batting paradise, but he's getting the deliveries to turn. Using the wind at the Manly Park Oval to good effect, getting the ball also to drift in. As McLean comes again to bowl to the new batsman, again full, and he's easing that one back up the pitch. And that's the end of over number 10. Only 1 run from that over and 2 wickets. Well done to McLean to restrict Quickstep. They looked at one point as if they were going to go away with it, but McLean has pulled that back expertly. Who would have thought it? The schoolboy, the hero. So the new batsman is Edroy Green, and he's going to be joining Elliston, who has been there from the start. He's 40 from 22 deliveries. Actually, he's 41 from 23. So 41 from 23 is Elliston. He opened the innings with Brian Ellis, who managed to score 13 runs. So Green is a new batsman. Marvin Linton comes in for his third over now. Green won't be on strike. It will be Elliston who's going to be on strike. So 41 from 24, so not 23, but 24 deliveries is Elliston as Linton comes in to bowl to Elliston. Full and bowled! Oh my word! The off stump uprooted. Quicker one there from Linton. And it's 89 for 4 as Quickstep sputtering now and faltering. There's a collapse of sorts happening and they've lost 3 wickets for the addition of only 1 run. Linton with a quicker one right after the resumption from the water break, surprising Elliston, who tried to go after him and lost his off stump, and it's now 41 from 25. Well, 41 from 25 deliveries Elliston, and he has to go. Again, Quickstep 89 for the loss of 4 wickets. Linton gets his second. The schoolboy McLean also has 2 from 1, and they've pegged Quickstep back. Over the last couple of overs, as Linton again right up to the batsman, and he dabs it out to the offside and no run. Quickstep will want to just consolidate at this point and see out the likes of McLean and Linton. Linton into his third over, third ball now, wide on the offside, and that's another dot delivery. And this is the 11th over now. Quickstep looking to consolidate after the last of 3 quick wickets. Linton comes into the batsman, and that one misses the batsman, misses the keeper, and goes through for 3 wides. Batsman coming right across his crease and missing it. 92 for 4. He's lucky that one didn't rocket into the leg stump as Linton comes in now and bowls. And that's one fuller, high into the air. Fielder comes around and takes it. No one called, but the fielder from long on comes around and takes that catch. And 92 now for 5. Quickstep have found themselves in quicksand. They've lost 4 wickets for the addition of 4 runs. This is a middle order collapse of ginormous proportions. Greenfield, Watchwell, they've found the length now. Thought they were a little bit short early on, but they've found that length a little bit fuller and using the conditions to their advantage. Here's Linton, comes in now after taking 2 wickets in the over already. And that's another dot delivery. Green at the non-striker end must be wondering what's going on as Linton comes in now for his final delivery. And chipped into the air, and the fielder settles and takes it. And that's 92 for 6. 92 for 6. 3 wickets in that over. Linton has 4 for 16. 3 in that over. And Quickstep have lost 5 wickets for the addition of 4 runs. As their slide into the abyss continues. So here's McLean coming into bowl to Green. Full toss. And McLean is hitting that one to the boundary. And an SDC 4, SDC 4 there for Green. Full toss for McLean. And just clipping that one over the square leg field and into the boundary was Green. So McLean comes up now to bowl his second delivery to Green, and that one short, and Green slaps that one down to the long on boundary for 1. 97 for 6 now. McLean has 2 for 6 after 1.2 over. He comes in now to bowl. Full toss. And that's patted back down to the bowler. One thing I can say for McLean, Orlando McLean, he's tossed that ball up. He's not been afraid to get right up to the batsman. Comes in now, McLean, the schoolboy. And again, right up in the black hole. And only 1 from that. And only a single that pushes it to 98 for 6. Green back on strike now. McLean, he's been brilliant so far. Comes in now, bowling to Green. Again, right up to the batsman. And he can only tap it back to the bowler. He's tried to vary his length here in this over, McLean, but generally has been full to the batsman. Tossing it up. Comes in now, McLean, shorter and wider, and Green punching that one down to the cover boundary, and they come through for 1. 99 for 6. As that's the end of the over. 12 done now. I really like the schoolboy McLean. He has a lot of promise about him. As I said, he's not afraid to get it right up to the batsman and ask the ball to spin and turn. And for that, he's been rewarded with 2 wickets. And I suspect as he gets a little bit older, a little bit stronger, he's going to get a lot better as Marvin Linton, comes back for his 4th and final over. He has 4 for 16. 4 for 14 actually. Marvin Linton, comes back for his final over. Comes back now to green. And they scamper through for a single. That pushes the score to 100 for 6. 100 for 6 is Quickstep. They were at one point 88 for 1. They're now 100 for 6. And this man has a lot to do with that. 3 wickets in 1 over. 4 for 15 so far as Linton comes in now, bowling, and look at that one hitting off the splice of the bat, and they cannot get a single there. Over number 13, just about halfway done now. Linton, 4 for 15, comes in now for 4th ball, and that one shot and punched back down to the long off boundary. Fielder comes around and picks it up. And that's only 1 to the score. 101 now for 6. And Green is back on strike. Linton, the bowler, looking for his 5th wicket. Comes into Green, and Green is hitting that one back to the fielder long on. Tossed up there for Linton, and comes through for a single there. 102 for 6 is Quickstep. Linton for his final delivery is 4 wickets. Ooh, that one is close. Loud appeal. Loud appeal. Umpire says not out. And Linton was confident he had his 5th wicket there. I think that's the end of the over. No? I think he has one more delivery to come. Everyone thought that was the end of the over, but he has one more delivery to come. Linton, one more opportunity to get that 5-wicket haul. Here comes Linton, bowling his final delivery of his spell, and that's a dot delivery. 4 for 17 for Marvin Linton, 4 for 17, and he's a big part of the reason why Quickstep are only 102 for 6. He's bowled well. Will we see the schoolboy McLean coming back for his 3rd over? I don't think so. He's also bowled well, but he's still a schoolboy, and you don't want to over bowl him. In case you're wondering, this is a 3rd place playoff between Greenfield, Watchwell, and Quickstep, who are batting their 102 for the loss of 6 wickets.
So Kenny Williams is back. His 2 overs going for 22 runs, no wicket, no maiden.
Green on strike. Williams, the bowler. Williams comes into Green. Ooh, beaten outside the off stump.
So don't just start. Then scored at 7.75 runs per over. Quickstep, and they won the toss.
So Quickstep being pegged back. At one point they were looking to score 10 and over. They're down to 7.7 now as Williams comes into Green, who's driving that flighted delivery firmly to the long off boundary, and he comes around the field and picks it up. And that's another single. 103 for the loss of 6 here. Williams comes in now. 1 run off 2 deliveries and another full delivery, and that one is guided past the bowler, and only a single from that one. Hits the stump, but no threat of a run out. Green is back on strike now.
So we'll come back to this over from Kevin Williams.
Kevin Williams, the bowler.
The first two overs went for 22.
Had a torrid time in his opening spell. 2 overs for 22, but he's come back expertly, and the length has been fuller from Kevin Williams since his return. Bowlers have been, since about the 9th over, pitching it up as again Kevin Williams right up to the batsman, and Green can't do much with it, and that's another dot delivery. And Kevin Williams seeking redemption here, comes in now to Green, and that's a slower one, and that's another delivery. Green just had to wait on that one as the conditions become overcast at the Manly Park Cricket Ground. The wind still going as Kevin Williams comes in now to Green, up to the wicket and bowl, and racked on the pad, and there's an appeal, and they scamper through for a single while the fielders were distracted, and that's a leg by, pushing the score now to 104 for 6. And that's the end of the over. 14 overs completed, actually 105 for the loss of 6 wickets. So Green back on strike now. New bowler comes in, and Green is slapping that one to the long off field, and they come through for 2. 107 for the loss of 6 in over number 15. Nedroy Green on strike. Bowler comes in now and bowl to Green, shot, and he's cutting and getting a thick outside edge, and McLean on the boundary stops that one, and 2 more to the score, 109 for 6. Alanda McLean is having a fantastic time at this cricket match. Green on strike now. The bowler comes in now and hit on the pad, and is given that Green, Richie gets his first. So Richie getting the wicket of Nedroy Green, and the score 109 for the loss of 7 in the 15th over. So Anderson is the new batter. Romain Ritchie the bowler, right on the non-striker's end. The field spread far and wide. I'm not sure why. As Romain Ritchie comes in now to bowl to Anderson, who's defending back up the pitch. Here comes Romain Ritchie again, bowling to Anderson, and Anderson is coming down the pitch, swinging for the hills and missing, and that's the 8th wicket going down, second for Ritchie. 109 for a loss of 8, and Quickstep are in real trouble now. They are in real danger as well of being bowled out before they have faced 120 deliveries. Romain Ritchie has 2 to his name as Anderson goes. So here's Ritchie coming in now to bowl. There's a long on, long off. Man on the cover boundary. A point. Short third man. Man at square leg as well. As Jacob Bishop is the new batsman. Ritchie the bowler. Ritchie comes in now to bowl to Bishop and full delivery and appeal, and he's gone. 109 for 9. Romain Ritchie 3 for 15. And that's the end of the over. Thought he would have been on the hat-trick. No, well, he's still on a hat-trick, but I doubt he will have an opportunity to get his hat-trick, as I think that is it from the Quickstep team, and they're coming off the field. Yes, they are. They've said that is it. 109 for 9. So 109 for 9, and that is the end of the innings for Quickstep. They collapsed mightily from 88 for 1 to 109 for 9, losing 8 wickets for only 21 runs. And Greenfield, Watchwell certainly has the advantage here.
Codes ready cash. Big money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Codes ready cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
The Heart NSTA Trust, Jamaica's leading human development agency, is committed to advancing technical, vocational education and training and preparing the workforce with the requisite talent to drive the economy. Unleash your passion for skills today and build a future that will enable you to unearth limitless opportunities. Come to Heart for emerging and future skills that will catapult you to greatness. Find a skills pathway today. Where there's a skill, there's a way.
Quickstep, they need 109, but because they need one football score, the score has been recorded, they have been down to 10 runs, so the eventual score
Better take out that one. Better take it out and put it on. Better feel. Better feel. Just put it on it, so. See that blow up every minute.
Alright, now first, table one, we have Michael Gates, partner, Shamar Yorin. Then we have this one, oh, that's Shamar Young. And this one there, the partner, you know, Shamar Dyer. Now, people true.
So let's give you some updates on what's going to happen. So, as we said, Quickstep 109 for 9. They actually played one schoolboy short, which means that not only did they not get the full quota, but also they've been docked 10 runs for playing one schoolboy short, and that means that Greenfield Watchwell will only need 100 runs from 20 overs to win the third place playoff and secure for themselves $35,000. As the Quickstep team take the field, we want to mention our sponsors who make this broadcast possible. So, want to mention and send a special shout out to the likes of the Social Development Commission, the Ministry of Local Government and Community Development, Courts Ready Cash, National Housing Trust, Lasco Financial Services, Ray and Nephew, the Jamaica Cricket Association, and IRI FM. Those are the sponsors for this competition. Again, this is the National T20 competition, SDC National T20 competition 2024. We are at the Manlyhorn Sports Park in Ballards Valley, St. Elizabeth, where Watchwell Greenfield and Quickstep are playing off for the third place position. Later on today we'll have Junction Ballards Valley versus Junction Bull Savannah. That promises to be an interesting cricket match. So the SDC competition, SDC cricket competition, is actually in its 70th year. So we've had 70 years of this competition. A reminder of that. Competition started with 136 teams across 245 communities. So let's just confirm the winner later on today will walk away with $120,000 and the parish title. The runner-up $60,000, and the third place winner here actually gets $30,000.
So we need a rep from Greenfield upstairs to identify the buttons. So the target is 100. Okay. The Quickstep team, they have lost 10 runs.
So the target 100 runs for Greenfield Watchwell. Cornelius Edson, the bowler here, comes in and bowls the first delivery, and that's knocked into the leg side field for a 1. Second delivery now, full delivery down the leg side and swept to the boundary now for an SDC 4. Score moves on now to 5. So it's actually Elliston, Cornelius Elliston, who's the bowler, is a bowler. So Barrett and Nemad opening the batting. Nemad on strike. 4 off the first delivery phrase as Elliston comes in and right up in the block hole there from Elliston. So Nemad on strike. And Barrett, the non-striker, as Elliston comes in. Again, full delivery. And down the leg side, wide. Signal by the umpire. 6 without loss now. 6 without loss is Greenfield. And tapped into the offside by Nemhard. Comes through for a single. He's now on 5 and the score now 7 without loss. Barrett on strike. He's on 1 from 1 as Elliston comes in now to bowl to Barrett. Nice delivery from Elliston coming back into Barrett, and he can't do much about it. Just has to block it down to his feet. Barrett, the wicketkeeper, also opening the batting as Elliston comes into Barrett, and he's easing back and looking to drive that one through cover. But Brian Holness gets down and stops it. And that's the end of over number 1, 7 without loss. Greenfield chasing 100 for victory. Wonderful conditions here in St. Elizabeth. As I look over my shoulders, I can see the farmers bringing out that produce that the rest of Jamaica will enjoy come tomorrow and the rest of the week. Looks as if they're getting some callaloo out of the field as we get back to the cricket now. As Nemad is back on strike now. Jacob Thompson, the bowler. So Thompson, the bowler, coming in now to Barrett. Shortish, and Barrett cuts that one past point. Goes into the boundary now by Nemhard, and he moves on to 9. The score now 11 without loss. Well done there by Nemhard. Just waited on that one until the last minute and almost guided it to the boundary. As Thompson comes in now for his second delivery to Nemhard. Again, shortish. This time Nemhard looking to force it through the offside field. No run there as Brian Hollis gets down and stop it. Here's Thompson coming in now for his third delivery to Barrett, and Barrett is just turning that one around the corner for a single. The score moves on now to 12 without loss, and Nemad to 10. Greenfield, Watchwell, they're chasing 100 runs for victory. And they're already 12 without loss in the second over. Barrett is now on strike, the wicket keeper, as Thompson comes in now to bowl to Barrett. And Barrett is looking to flick that one but misses, and it runs into the boundary now for leg by. Actually looked as if it flicked the pad of Barrett for an SDC 4. It's now 16 without loss for Greenfield Watchwell after that SDC 4. Barrett back on strike again. Thompson coming in to bowl to him now. He's up to the wicket and bowls to Barrett, who's searching for that one. Misses it. And that's a dot ball from Thompson. Back at the top of his mat now. We're inside the power play overs as Thompson comes into Barrett and hit him on the pad, and loud appeal from the Quickstep team. But umpire says it's drifting down the left side, and dot ball added to the scorers sheet. And that means that we're 16 without the loss of a wicket at the end of 2 overs. And Nemhard is on 10. Barrett is on 1. Nemhard, short and stocky, but compact. It's Quickstep. So Quickstep versus Greenfield. Watchwell as Cornelius Elliston comes into Barrett, and Barrett is driving that one back to the bowler, who stops it, and that's a dot ball. Here's Elliston again, comes into Nemhard, and he's respectful of that one. And that's another dot ball. Score remains 16 without loss into halfway into the third over. Again, a good delivery there for Cornelius Elliston. And Nemhard not trying to force the issue. He knows they have a lot of overs to come, only 100 runs to get. And they have the opportunity just to be watchful for a while. As Elliston comes into Nemhard and he's swinging at that one and misses, goes through the keeper as well, and they manage to come through for a bye. And that's 17 now without loss. Greenfield Watchwell as Elliston, ball in hand, comes up now to bowl to Barrett, and Barrett again is watchful and just tapping it back to the bowler. They have point, cover mid-off, short extra cover, man at short third man, square leg long. On as Elliston comes in now to Barrett, who's just watchful and leaves that one alone. And that's the end of the over. 17 without loss at the end of 3. So at the end of three overs, Greenfield Watchwell, they are 17 without loss, chasing 100 for victory. Nemhard is on 10, Barrett on 1. And looks as if Thompson is going to come back for his second over. Short third man, fine leg, mid wicket, short extra cover, point, man at mid off, man at cover as well. As we're inside the power play as Thompson comes up now to bowl to Nemhard, full, and missing that one is Nemhard. That's a no ball, well above the waist. Keeper missing that one as well. So that's 2 added to the score. That's 19 without loss now, and it's also going to be a free hit. Looks as if that one slipped from the hands of Thompson as Barrett is now on strike. And Thompson is trying to flash that one, but only gets the inside edge, and they go through for a single. I think Quickstep may have missed the mark here. With the batsman crossing, they could have changed the field. Don't want to see them making that mistake anymore. 20 without loss. Nemhard on strike. Thompson comes up now to him, and he's slapping that one down to the long on boundary, and they come through for 1 run. 21 without loss. We're into the 4th over now, about halfway into the 4th over. And Barrett is on strike. Thompson comes up to him now. Barrett is advantaging down the track, checks a shot as he gets there, realizing that he doesn't have enough room to launch Thompson over the boundary or over the fielders into the boundary. Thompson comes up now, bowling to Barrett, and he's advancing again. Hit on the thigh pad there and tried to get a quick single, but the keeper was alert to that, came around and prevented any singles from being taken. Again, Thompson coming in to bowl to Barrett, getting through the overs quickly and right up to Barrett, who just taps the ball back to Thompson. So again, 100 the target.
We have a full house over here.
As see Thompson now at the top of his mark, trudges in now to bowl to Barrett, and Barrett is looking to swing that one over the infield, but gets the inside edge, and the man at mid-wicket just comes around, picks it up, and launches it back to the bowler. No run from that delivery. Barrett really hasn't gotten going as yet. He's only one from about 13 deliveries. As Quickstep, they're looking to defend 99. One would suppose that they will need some wickets, not just dot balls. They've done a wonderful job of trying to restrict the batsmen from Greenfield, Watchwell, who are 21 without loss after 4 overs. But again, I'm thinking they're going to need some wickets as Elliston comes back for his 3rd over. Elliston now to Nemhard, and Nemhard is driving that one down to the long on boundary. The long on fielder picks up now, and fast return back to the bowler. They come through for 1. It's now 22 without loss. As Barrett now is on strike, Elliston comes up now and bowls to Barrett, and Barrett is slapping that one down to the fielder at long on, who picks up again and fires a wayward return, but no time for an overthrow as the score moves on now to 23 without loss. Nemhard back on strike. He's on 11. Barrett is on 3. Elliston comes into Nemhard, who's looking to swing that one over the infield and misses out on it. Just shaves past the off stump. Keeper takes it as Elliston turns, comes into Nemhard again, who's swinging at it again, missing. Keeper also missing, and they have enough time to come through for a bye. Score moves now to 24 without loss. Barrett on strike. He's on 3. Hasn't gotten going just as yet. As Elliston comes now to Barrett. Barrett is looking to advance, but when he gets there, just taps the ball down into the onside field and comes through for a single. 25 without loss now. They've gotten 4 singles. Well, 4 runs off the over so far. 3 singles and a bye. As Nemhard moves, well, Barrett moves on to 5. Nemhard on strike now, and he taps it back to the bowler, who picks up now. And I think that's the end of the over. Yes, it is. 25 without the loss of a wicket after 5 overs. We're just about a quarter of a way through the overs now. And Greenfield, Watchwell, just about a quarter of a way towards their target. So they're right on the money. Will be on strike. He was on 4 from 15. So Barrett on 4 from 15. Hit on the pad. And they come for singles actually down the leg side and signal wide. So that's 2 wides. Move the score to 27 without loss. As Lemhard is now on strike. Brian Holness, the bowler. Holness comes in now, and that slips out and beats the keeper, beats short fine leg and goes into the boundary for 4. And that's an SDC 4. He's also wide as well, so that's going to be 32 without loss. Awful first couple of balls here from Holness. Needs to get the balls on strike, on target here as he's coming in now to Nemhard, who's hitting that one in the air and high in the air. Can the fielder take it? Yes, he can. Pouches that one, and Nemhard goes. Brian Holness strikes. The big man, after 2 wayward deliveries, gets his man. 32 for the loss of 1 is Greenfield Watchwell, as the St. Elizabeth son, he has his moment in the sun. That's the Rebel. So Shane Williams is the new batsman.
So we've had 2 ones, 5 ones, and the wicket to start this over from Mr. Pullman. Started with a 4, then a 6. And it was his time at bat. He's an impact player, isn't he?
So Shane Williams is the new batsman, and he'll have strike. Brian Holness into him and flicked off the legs there by Shane Williams, and they come through for 2. Right off the strike is Shane Williams, and the score moves to 34 for 1. Brian Holness, after getting the wicket, is clipped into the leg side for 2 runs. Here is now the big man, Brian Holness. Only 2 steps to the crease and delivers, and that's full toss, and that's gone way over the square leg boundary. 40 for 1 now. with a rare nephew 6. And Shane Williams has really gotten started with a bang. 40 for 1 now. So this is sixth over, sixth and final over of the power play. Has already gone for 15 runs, 1 wicket in the over as well, as Brian Ollis comes in now, 2 steps to the wicket and bowls shortish and spinning away from the batsman who tries to cut that one to the point boundary. That's Shane Williams, but misses out, and that's a dot ball. As Brian Hollis again comes up to bowl to Shane Williams. Again shot, and he's cutting and put down by the fielder, and he goes for 4. You could see that one coming. Shane Williams, the previous delivery, tried to cut and missed. And then another short and wide delivery, cutting again and put down by the fielder there. And an SDC 4 resulting, meaning we're now 44 for 1, 19 from the over so far. Brian Hollis comes in short and wide, short and down the leg side, sorry, and that's going to be a wide. And they come through for 1. It's now 45 for 1, 20 runs from the over so far. And Barrett is now on strike to Brian Holness. Holness comes in now and full delivery down the leg side, and they come through for another one. It's now 47 for 1. So the wides being racked up here by Brian Holness, who has been extremely wayward, as Shane Williams now comes back on strike and probably will look to end this one with a bang. Holness comes in short and wide and slapped over the fielder at mid-off, and 1 bounce into the fence. 51 for 1 now at the end of over number 6. So expensive over there from Brian Holness. Conceding 26 runs in that over, Brian Holness. And we may be well on our way to Greenfield. Watchwell claiming victory early. As Cornelius Elliston, he's going to come for his 4th over. Barrett will be on strike. The power play is done, and captain ringing the changes, spreading the field a little bit to ensure that they have enough cover after the end of the power play. Man on the cover boundary, long off, long on. Short third man as Elliston comes into Barrett, who's slapping that one down to the long on boundary. And that's a signal. So 5 is Barrett, as Elliston comes in now to bowl to Williams, who hits it hard to the long off boundary. But they only get a single from that shot. Really hard shot, but only 1 added to the total. 53 for 1 as Elliston comes in and down the leg side, that one, as there's an appeal for the LBW, and they come through for a leg by. 54 for 1 now, as the bowler Elliston did manage to collect that one. Thought he would have been right in the argument had he done so to run out Barrett. As Elliston ball in hand now comes up to bowl to Shane Williams. Williams is hitting this one hard, high, and 4. One bounce into the fence for an SDC 4. Right back over the bowler's head there from Shane Williams. And Shane Williams seems to be in a hurry. What's for lunch? He seems to be ready for that as Elliston comes in to him now and overheads into the car park. Your car, if you have your car there, you need to check it. Wow, Ray and Nephew 6. That was massive, massive. That would be 6 on any cricket field, I venture to say. That, has it gone into a car? I'm hearing that a red car has been hit. So Shane Williams, you have somebody to talk to after this match. Damage has been done. Massive, massive. Murderer being played on the PA systems, and I can tell you Shane Williams murdered that delivery. At least 100 meters, that one. Massive blow. I need to find out what's for lunch, because Shane Williams is intent on taking lunch early. We're going to go to a quick break and we'll be back with you shortly as we try to find that cricket ball.
Coach ready cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Coach ready cash, ready when you are.
Big money, move. Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
So at the end of the 7th over, Greenfield Watchwell there, 66 for the loss of 1. And by my count, 15 runs actually came from that over. So the 7th over, done and dusted. The target, 100 runs. And the kind of mood that Shane Williams is in, we may have only about 2 overs remaining in this match, as he is in a destructive mode. Shane Williams looks as if the big man, Brian Holness, has been taken out of the attack.
Look away, we conceded 39 runs in the last 2 overs. 22 overs coming from the 23 runs rather coming from the front bonus, and 60 from that over. Ellison, Deshaun Holness into the attack now.
So Deshaun Holness
Williams on strike is 28.
into the attack.
9 deliveries, 3-4.
28 from 9 deliveries is Shane Williams. He's really injected some excitement into this cricket match. The Jar Holness comes round the wicket now to Shane Williams, who's lifting that one over the boundary and into the neighbor's yard for another Ray Nephew 6. And he's called for another ball. We're not going to find that one. Forget about it. The score now 72 for 1. And Shane Williams moves to 34 from 10 balls. Anything full to Shane Williams has absolutely been dispatched. He has camped out on that front foot, and once it's full, he's ensured he's taken full advantage of it. Last delivery, pumped over the long on boundary and literally into the neighbor's yard, and we're not going to find that cricket ball. So everybody and everything beyond the boundary in danger. Shane Williams saying, if you have a car here, protect it. If you have your windows and you're near this cricket ground, protect it, because he's targeting those things. Smashing the ball to all parts. He's 34 from 10. Shane Williams. Holness comes now to bowl again to Shane Williams. Round the wicket. And respectful this time is Shane Williams. A rare dot ball. Here's Holness again. And he's looking to strike that one over, but misses it. And his bowled is Shane Williams, trying to drag that delivery over the mid-wicket fence. Held up in the pitch a little bit, and beaten was Shane Williams, and off stump, rocked back, and he goes for 34 from 12 deliveries. So that's 72 now for the loss of 2. By my count, 28 more runs to get. So both Holness brothers have gotten a wicket apiece. As Ervil Brown is the new batsman. Holness comes and is down the leg side. Keeper misses it. Looks as if it came off the under edge. Well, no. Leg by signal. Score 73 for 2. Just 27 to get as Holness now comes up and bowls to Barrett. And Barrett is tabbing that one into the offside, and they come through for a single. 74 now for the last of two.
But they were not 10 runs because they played one scoreboard short. So the target is 100.
So Holness again to Brown, and Brown is clipping that one into the onside, and it's another single, pushes it to now 75 for two.
Was a six on the first delivery, and then a dot, then a wicket, and a good response.
And that's the end of the over. And Desroy Holness has done a pretty good job after his first delivery was smashed into the bushes. Came back with a dot delivery and then a wicket, and 3 singles to end the over. So 9 off the over. And Greenfield Watchwell 75 for 2, needing another 25 runs for victory. And it looks as if Brian Holness is going to be bowling his second over. On strike will be Everald Brown. So Everald Brown will be the batsman, and Brian Holness, the bowler, is sending the fielder onto the long off boundary as a long on as well. Deep mid wicket, man at point. Says he's bringing in square leg, short third man, cover, and man on the deep cover boundary as well. Short cover and man on the deep cover boundary as Brian Holness comes up now for first delivery of his second over, and Brown is dabbing that behind point for a single, and it's now 76 for the loss of 2. So 24 runs to go. Bart has been there from start. He's only on 6, hasn't gotten going any at all, as Brian Holness now comes up to Bart, who's advancing and then realizing the ball is short, comes back onto the back foot and just eases it down to the long on fielder and takes a single. 77 now for the loss of 2, and Barrett moves to 7. Here is Brian Holness now bowling to Everald Brown. Full delivery right up into the black hole, and he digs it out to the long on boundary for another single. It's now 78 for 2. So 22 to come. Holness's first over went for 27. He's come back well, as look at this, Barrett finally gets going and powers that one over the mid-wicket fence for a rare nephew 6. He doubles his score in one shot, moves now to 12. That's Barrett, and the score moves on to 84 for the loss of 2. And it's about that time when you start to think about this match being over, may have the match being done and dusted before the 10th over is completed, as Brian Holness comes in now and bowls to Barrett, who's playing it back down the pitch to Brian Holness. One more delivery to come, 9 off the over so far. Barrett on strike, Holness the bowler comes up now, and Barrett is clipping that one down to the long on fielder for a single. The score now 85 for 2. 10 runs off that over. 15 runs to get the 9th over just completed. The 10th over coming up.
Can we call Dino? Dino, you're needed by coach ready cash now. We have a winner here. He said there are how many locations? 48. 48 is 48. He's absolutely right. Yes, 48 courts locations across the island of Jamaica.
So if you're listening, it's 48 courts locations, 48 courts locations right across Jamaica. There are 14 parishes and 48 courts location. That's what, roughly about 3.2 locations per parishes. So everywhere. So Desroy Olis, he's going to continue, and he's going to be bowling to Barrett, who played his first shot in anger in the previous hole over, as Desroy Olis bowls a full toss to Barrett, and deep mid-wicket comes around, picks it up and tosses it back to the bowler now. Barrett actually on 15. As that one was full to Barrett. The score 86 for 2 now. As Desroy Holness, ball in hand, comes into bowl to Everall Brown, and the return catch right there for Desroy Holness, but couldn't get to it. Maybe needed to execute a dive. No dive coming out from Holness. And in the end, all's well that ends well for Everall Brown, as Holness comes up again to bowl to Brown, and full toss, and Brown is sweeping that one to the mid-wicket fence for an SDC 4. The score moves on now to 90 for 2. Just 10 runs to get now for Greenfield Watchwell, and they will have victory. Holness now up to bowl to Brown, and Brown is advancing and hitting that one down to mid-off for a single. Mid-off fielder comes around, picks it up, tosses it to the bowler. It's now 91 for 2, and Barrett is going to be back on strike. He's been there from the start of the innings. We're in the 10th over now as Holness comes in to Barrett, and Barrett is easing back and playing it to Brian Holness, the brother of Desroy Holness, who's the bowler. Here he comes now, Desroy Holness to Barrett, full, and Barrett is hitting that one down to the boundary for 4, and SDC 4. The score now 95 for the loss of 2 at the end of over number 10, and only 5 runs to get now for Greenfield Watchwell, and they can claim victory, and with that they can claim 3rd place position in this competition, parish competition, and also claim for themselves $30,000. A reminder that the parish finals is going to be on later on today at 2 o'clock, where it's going to be Junction Ballards Valley and Junction Bull Savannah, who will face off for the title of parish champions and $120,000. So there's a change in the bowling now. See who that is. Thompson is the bowler. 2 overs, none for 9. And Bart is the batsman. Only 10 to get. Short and down the leg side, and that's up wide. 96 now for 2. Only 4 to get One shot in anger from Brown, and that's victory for them. Again, short and down the log side, and he clips that one, Brown, and it's running down towards final leg, and they come through for two. And it's now 98 for two. Brown now on 10. Two more runs to get for victory. Everald Brown on strike. Thompson, the bowler, comes up now, trudges in to bowl to Brown and down the leg side. And it's 99 now for the loss of 2 wickets. 1 run to win for Greenfield Watchwell. Thompson, the bowler, comes up now to bowl to Brown, and he's tapping that down the pitch, and they come through for a single. 100 runs, and they have won. Greenfield Watchwell has won. Quickstep, they scored 109. However, Quickstep, they got a 10-run penalty for not using the quota of schoolboy players. They were 1 short, and with that revision of the total that they got, they would have set 100 runs for Greenfield Watchwell to win, and they have done it in the 11th over. Shane Williams, the top scorer for them, with 34. Barrett, who opened with Nemhard, he scored 15, not out, and that's the end of this match. Again, the big match coming up at 2 p.m. between Junction Bull Savannah and Junction Ballards Valley. That match will decide the champion of St. Elizabeth and will also decide who walks away with $120,000. We're going to go to a break now, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
The Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's leading human development agency, is committed to advancing technical, vocational education and training and preparing the workforce with the requisite talent to drive the economy. Unleash your passion for skills today and build a future that will enable you to unearth limitless opportunities. Come to Heart for emerging and future skills that will catapult you to greatness. Find the skills pathway today. Where there's a skill, there's a way.
Courts ready, cash. Money, move. Take a loan, enter to win. Money, move. Win cash, win a bike or a smart TV. Could even win a brand new car. Take a ready cash loan of $80,000 or more between February 19 and April 18, and you'll be automatically entered for a chance to win cash, a TCL Smart TV, AKT bike, or a 2024 Honda Creta. Big money, move.
Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Courts ready, cash, ready when you are. Big money, move.
Conditions apply. The Social Development Commission leads the charge in community development. We mobilize and organize community groups. We produce high-quality community data. We empower community groups to grow their businesses. We improve the quality of life of our citizens. The Social Development Commission, building communities, building Jamaica.
The Heart NSDA Trust, Jamaica's leading human development agency, is committed to advancing technical, vocational education and training and preparing the workforce with the requisite talent to drive the economy. Unleash your passion for skills today and build a future that will enable you to unearth limitless opportunities. Come to Heart for emerging and future skills that will catapult you to greatness. Find a skills pathway today. Where there's a skill, there's a way.